We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. We got a voicemail from the Eggman. We haven't heard from the Eggman for a little bit. He commented on yesterday on the bonus show. We covered the story of the sexual impropriety allegations against beloved astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Eggman says he was surprised I covered it. Take a listen to this.
Hey, Dave. So I'm listening to your show, and I'm starting to think, liberal Dave, my buddy, is not going to mention the Neil Grabass Tyson controversy of the women that accused him. And then he did on the bonus show, and it just shows that you have equal respect and disrespect for both sides, and respect for women and disrespect for men who don't, and also respect for evidence to see if it's actually true. Sorry for calling him Neil Grabass Tyson, but it just comes out so easily and obvious. It doesn't sound like it was really that bad either, but I'm glad you addressed it. So, hello, brother.
Yeah. Eggman, I am upset, actually, that the Eggman would even assume that I would not cover allegations against prominent leftists or scientists, or I don't even know if Neil deGrasse Tyson identifies as a leftist. He seems pretty liberal to me. But we have no history on this show, Pat, of pretending that allegations against the left aren't credible, whereas allegations against the right are. I mean, like I said yesterday on the bonus show, these are serious allegations against Neil deGrasse Tyson. The fact that I think he's a good science communicator doesn't mean that I'm going to ignore any of the allegations. And like Carl Sagan's widow, Ann Druyan, said, this is serious. We believe in evidence, and we have to follow the evidence. When it comes to Anthony Weiner, when it comes to Al Sharpton, whoever, I will evaluate the scope and seriousness of allegations, but we have no track record at all of ignoring allegations like these against the left.
Well, I have to correct the record on a couple things here. One, you said that the Eggman hasn't called in a while. That's not true. We actually took a question from him last week about what we want our last meal to be if we were going to be executed. And the other thing is, I pick about 90% of the stories for the bonus show, and that one was one of my choosing. Now, I'm not saying that you would have ignored the story altogether. We probably would have covered it by now. But I am the reason why we talked about Neil deGrasse Tyson on yesterday's bonus show.
That's right. In my defense, I had the story on my list of possible stories for the regular show. Didn't get to it yesterday. Pat had it on the bonus show, and I decided rather than delay it a day, we would talk about it yesterday on the bonus show. But it was Pat's suggestion. But listen, Pat, if I was trying to obfuscate, I would have just said, let's do a different story.
Of course. And we've talked about Al Franken and Anthony Weiner and other prominent left-wing figures who have been taken down by the Me Too allegations.
Yeah, so Eggman, give me a little bit of credit. And apologies, I completely forgot that. You're right, Pat. We did take a question from the Eggman last week. It was such a wacky one that it went completely out of my mind right away. We've got a great bonus show for you today. Membership, Patreon. Membership, Patreon. Those are the two ways to get access to the bonus show. I'll speak to you then.